That line had stayed with Elias all his life. Now, years later, with hair streaked by gray and a heart worn by years of study, he was finally here, walking among the hills where legend said the gates of Lyrien once stood. The air grew colder as he descended into the valley. The moonlight broke through drifting clouds, glinting off something ahead, stone, pale and half-buried. He knelt, brushing aside the dirt with his gloved hand. Beneath it, carved deep into the weathered surface, were the faint remains of a sigil, a sun rising over 3 waves. The crest of Lyrien. Elias's breath caught. It was real. He lit his lantern, the flame trembling in the wind, and continued forward. The ruins revealed themselves slowly, as though waking from a dream. Arches collapsed under moss, pillars etched with vines, fragments of what might have been a great courtyard. The air was heavy with history, with the weight of time itself. As he walked, he imagined the city as it once might have been. The laughter of children echoing through marble corridors. The scent of bread from market stalls. Bells ringing from the citadel at dawn. The thought filled him with both wonder and sorrow, for every kingdom, no matter how great, must one day fade. He reached what seemed to be the center, a vast circular stone platform surrounded by columns. In the middle sat a fountain, dry and cracked. A single statue still remained atop it, a woman in robes, her arms outstretched toward the sky. Her face was eroded, but her gesture was unmistakable: hope. Elias set down his lantern and sat by the fountain's edge. The night was utterly still, save for the whisper of wind. He opened his journal and began to write, his pen scratching softly on the. The night had long settled over the old hills of Marrowvale. The wind drifted softly through the grass, carrying with it a scent of rain and ancient stone. Beneath the silver light of the moon, a traveler walked alone, his cloak fluttering like a shadow. His name was Elias Thorne, a historian from the University of Kylam, who had come seeking something most believed no longer existed: the remains of the kingdom of Lyrien. Lyrien had once been a name spoken with reverence. Centuries ago, it stood as one of the most beautiful realms in the Western world, a kingdom of poets, artisans, and quiet dreamers. But wars, time, and silence had swallowed it whole. Maps no longer marked its borders. Its people had turned to dust, its songs to whispers. Only stories remained, stories told by firelight, in the corners of taverns, about a place where rivers once sang and the towers touched the stars. Elias had grown up on those stories. As a boy, he'd sit beside his grandfather, listening to the old man speak of a golden city lost beneath ivy and moss. Lyrien was not destroyed, his grandfather would whisper, it simply fell asleep.